Hello everyone and welcome to Obscure Anime ranks every single waifu in Black Souls 1 from worst to best. And from that intro alone, you might already know who I'm ripping off this video concept from. But seriously, to address what's bound to be the main complaint about this video, yes, I am using Black Souls 2 footage and editing in screenshots from the Evil archive in order to illustrate all this video. Why? Because I'm a lazy bastard who does not want to play through the entirety of Black Souls 1 again just to make this video. So this is what you're getting. Now, without further ado, let's get into the ranking. Starting from the worst waifu and working our way all the way to the best. Number worst, Cinderella. Which I don't think will be a controversial decision. I mean, she's not that attractive, she's not charismatic, and she's not even the main villain. She's just a puppet of the main villain. Which, spoilers by the way. And there's also that whole disgusting incestual business where you need to disguise yourself as her son in order for her to agree to have sex with you. Like that's the only way she can agree to do that. So you obviously, and yeah, she has no redeeming qualities. She goes into the bottom of the list. If this is your waifu, there's something wrong with you. Like, get a better taste. Sorry. Number two, Belle. Now, Belle is just as disgusting as Cinderella due to, her whole monster fucking business. And she has the personality of a literal Twitch thought, treating the only person who ever loved her as a slave, essentially. But she is at least cathartic to kill. So instead of just being a character I hate, like Cinderella, she's at least someone I love to hate, which is really the only thing bumping her above Cinderella. Number three, Gretel. Now you might notice that Hansel is not on this list because I'm sorry to say, but no matter how cute this is, this ain't a woman, that's a man. So yeah, only Gretel is getting ranked, and obviously, while she isn't as disgusting or as awful as the other two girls, she's still just an annoying bitch who is mean to both you and her brother, the only person who ever loved her, for no reason. So she goes on the bottom of the list. Number four, Little Mermaid. Her personality is slightly more likable than all the other ones. Like, she's at least not annoying, but she's not that attractive either, and the only way she'll even give you the time of day is if you sacrifice one of your better waifus for her. So yeah, to the bottom. Number five, Snow White. And yeah, this waifu, in my opinion, is much prettier than every single other one mentioned at this point, and her personality is also the best and most interesting one out of everyone I talked about at this point. But still, again, you need to sacrifice some of your better waifus for her, even if they aren't in the same level as the waifus you need to sacrifice for the Little Mermaid. So she's better than everyone else here, but she's still not much. Let's just say that she's the best out of all the worst girls. Let's put it like that. Number six, Catherine. She's just boring. I'm sorry, but I'm really not into the whole sexy nun or sinful nun aesthetic or character archetype, I should say. And frankly, even in that character archetype I already don't like too much, she is definitely the most boring example I can think of the archetype. So yeah, just boring all the way through. The only thing that bumps her above the others is that she's nice and she has big boobs. That's literally it. Number seven, Doll Alice. This is the version of Alice you find at the library where you put all the fairy tale books in order to achieve ending C. And While she is a huge step up from every single waifu mentioned, she comes in way too late into the story. And despite being so supportive and nice and genuinely attractive, because obviously Alice, she's still not a character that spends enough time with you or has enough of a particular story to be able to compete with some of the other waifus here. She is the perfectly mediocre waifu. There's nothing really bad I can say about her, but she doesn't stand out either. Which is a shame since it's not really her fault. She can't really stand out being a replica of someone else and coming in so late into the story and having so little of a participation. So yeah, in a better world, she could be a more high quality waifu, I guess you could say, but unfortunately, we do not live in such a world. Number 8, Alice. And again, she suffers from a lot of the same problems as Doll Alice, i.e., her appearances are really good in this game. She does have quite the interesting role in this game, and all her appearances are really memorable, but she does not have enough of them to really compete with some of the other waifus. She's cool, and I prefer her to Doll Alice since her appearances are much more remarkable, and I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Doll Joints, but yeah, she's still not much. Not in this game, anyway. Number 9, Elizabeth Bathory. And if there's something you notice, especially with some of the top contenders in this list, is that I love Evil Woman. I'm sorry, but when they have a villainess that just loves to be a villainess in a story, a villainess that just has fun being evil and unabashedly so, I can't help but love this type of character. When it's just a bitch like Belle or Cinderella, they're not nearly as interesting, but when they have fun being evil, that's what makes them likable for me. Plus, I love Twin Tails, or Twin Drills in this case. So yeah, Elizabeth Bathory gets the ninth spot on this list. Number 10, Frog Princess. Now, this is unfortunately going to be more of a pure subjective choice, because there's nothing really good about the Frog Princess. Her covenant's not good, she's not that pretty, her personality is memorable but not that likable. She's a literal bitch who has slept with many men before you, and the cost for entering her covenant is to literally lose 30 of your precious levels. There's literally nothing good about the Frog Princess. And still, I can't help but love her. So, sorry, she gets the 10th spot. Number 11, Victoria. Now, Victoria isn't one of the most useful party members, but I just can't help but love her a lot also. She has a really cute design, and her personality is just simply adorable. I love dedicated girls. And I have to admit, she's was one of the characters I was really enthusiastic about not having to kill for ending C until I actually saw the ending and was made sad all over again by the fact that I have to kill her to progress. So yeah, for plucking at my heartstrings in more ways than one, Victoria earns the 11th spot on the list. Number 12, Red Hood. And while I would normally take some points for her being a Baldur's Gater of dogs, let's put it that way, knowing what I now know about her, about how she is one of your few allies, truly trying to help you and fight against the true masterminds, the true evil masterminds of this world. I'm sorry, but she has too captivating a story of overcoming suffering and rising above it, as well as of doing her best to fight evil for me not to put her in one of the higher spots on this list. Plus, she's really pretty, and I do love that cliche about the emotionless girl, like finding someone she loves and revealing, if ever so slightly, her emotions to that person. So, yeah, I'm very biased, as you can tell by the rankings of this list, and so Red Hood, due to everything I mentioned here, is going on the 12th spot on our list. Number 13, Elma. And yeah, there's nothing bad I can say about Elma. She's cute, she's a talented merchant, she has a thirst for knowledge. She's one of the few female characters that develops a genuine friendship with another female character, and that relationship is very cute. When you do marry her, she is one amazing waifu that acts not only as a super cute and caring housewife, but also as a breadwinner for the family. She's just, I'd almost say that she's perfect, but unfortunately, we're going to be setting the bar quite high here. Because as much as I praise Elma, as much as I think she's perfect, I think some of the other characters in this game go even beyond perfection. Just so you have an idea. So yeah, as much as I like her, she's earning only the 13th spot on this list, which is pretty good, but unfortunately, or should I say fortunately, there are better waifus than her. Number 14, Goose. And yeah, everything I said about Elma, just on another level. Like, Goose is cute, she's innocent, she's a dedicated housewife, she is absolutely not a bitch. Quite the contrary, in fact, she is one of the purest girls in this game. And she, despite her earlier rug pull and betrayal, she is definitely one of, when you earn her true trust, one of the nicest and most dedicated characters in the game. Obviously, every single character gets an unfortunate bad end if you go through the route, but Goose's was one of the ones I was made the saddest by. Also, it helps to elevate her above Elma that Goose is just an overall good person, while Elma, despite all the praises I threw at her, is at the end of the day also a serial killer. So, yeah, forgot to mention that, but I am mentioning it right now because better late than never, right? So, yeah, this is also what knocks Elma down. But yeah, Goose is definitely one of the best waifus in the game, and that's why she earns the 14th spot on our list. Number 15, Rapunzel. Again, what can I say? She is the most attractive of all of the demonic princesses. She has by far the best covenant. She is the most dedicated out of all the demonic princesses and requires almost nothing to get that very useful covenant. And she is the only one that truly feels like she loves you. Like, truly. So, yeah, a truly loving, dedicated, pretty, and useful waifu. Just what's not to love? Number 16, Dorothy. And yeah, the whole she's actually a man turned me off as well. Like, she has the mind of a man that turned me a bit off as well, but it's all revealed to just be one of her many delusions in Black Souls 2, so it's no problem, right? So, yeah. Aside from that, Dorothy is one of the best party members you can have. Her magic is almost universally useful no matter which point you are in the game. She's the character with one of the most developed backstories without accounting for prequel games, obviously. She's a tsundere, which bonus points. She's pretty, and she also has one of the best ending CGs, which I unfortunately cannot show you right now because this video would get age restricted. Yeah, she's just great. The best sex scenes, a pretty character, a useful character, an interesting character with who truly loves you, with one of the best endings, not only in terms of CGs, but in her just being a really good waifu as well. She's just amazing. So yeah, she gets one of the oh yeah, she gets exactly, if this was a normal list, the top 5 spots. So yeah, I think she's pretty amazing, as you can probably tell. Number 17, Miranda. I think another thing that should be clear at this point is that I love Saber from Fate. Like, the idea of power couples is just peak romance for me. And there is no couple more powerful than Miranda and Grin, obviously. And not only is she a great fighter who has a really endearing power couple relationship with Grin, but she also is a much more complex and multi-layered character. She, despite being a warrior, can show moments of being quite submissive as well, which is not only appealing but also interesting in a waifu. She's also very dedicated, literally fighting through the literal end of the world to try and help you if you recruit her as a waifu at the end of the game. So yeah, the she's also pretty as well, just a great character, a great waifu, and I think one of the best ships, especially with Grin, that you can make in this game. Like, I think she's not only one of the most awesome, one of the cutest, but also one of the more sensible ships you can make in Black Souls. So yeah, obviously she gets one of the top spots. And now for one of the characters that the fans of this channel were probably expecting, that being John at number 18. Nice. But yeah, I really love John. If Miranda was already cool for me for being a power couple with Grin, John is just even more so. Especially because, like I said, I like Saber, and John, with her honorable attitude and her clean knight appearance and her just being one of the genuinely best characters in terms of morality in all of Black Souls, it just does it for me. She's just. Remember all the things I said about Miranda? Yeah, Jan is just Miranda, but even better. So obviously she gets one of the top spots here. Number 19. Uh, I cannot say that name. Baphomet. And yeah, remember what I said about Evil Woman? Yeah, if there's something I love more than Saber like girls who would make great power couples with the main character, it's obviously evil women who relish in being evil. And there's almost no one who is as evil and relishes as much in being evil as Baphomet. Let's see, she's also a monster girl, which nice. She, aside from that, is just very attractive in general. She has a really fun personality as well as being a character archetype I really like. She's one of the best executed examples of a character archetype I really like. And both her quest line and her fight at the end of the game were some of the most entertaining quests I think I've performed in the entirety of Black Souls. So yeah, needless to say, Baphomet gets the top 2 spot on our waifu list today. And well, that should make it. Well, it was already pretty clear if you were an actual fan of the channel who number 1, or should I say number 20, is going to be. but oh boy, is this going to upset people. Number 20, Leaf slash Mary Sue. Hell yeah, I'm going there, bitch. Let's see. Pocket Waifu, Great Plus. Cute appearance, check. Cute personality, check. Impish and makes you want to correct her, check. Has one of, if not the sexiest outfit in the game, check. Is the most evil bitch in the game, but at the same time, the most entertainingly evil bitch in the game, making her exactly my type of waifu, as I mentioned before. And her whole ending, as well as her fight, are just some of the most dramatically satisfying, while also being some of the most tragically awful endings I've ever played in a video game. Ending C of Black Souls, as I've already tackled before, is one of my favorites, exactly because it's one of the endings that embodies the concept of cosmic horror in a game better than I've ever seen executed. Yes, even in the legendary Cyanote. So yeah, great character, cute character, sexy character, entertaining character, and fulfilling every single one of my tastes. Yeah, there was no way Leaf slash Mary Sue was not going to be my number one, or again in this case, the best waifu in Black Souls for me. I'm sorry this upsets you, but I legitimately don't care. Mold all you want, Leaf is best girl. Number 0, Mariana. Mariana, despite her position as a harlot in the game, is legitimately one of the most supportive and nicest characters in all of Black Souls. I don't feel comfortable. Like, I have my fun here. I know I talked about a lot of problematic things throughout this video with a nice sense of humor and levity to it, but this is one I just can't tackle this way. Mariana, I think, is one of the most tragic characters in this game, and one that should be dealt seriously. At the end of the day, she is just a good woman that got caught up in a bad situation. If there are any victims, any people who truly did not deserve what happened to them in the story, Mariana is that person. Especially with the implication that at the time she turned into a demon beast, she was pregnant, and like the only reason she stays in the town even when it starts falling apart is because she just loves it so much. It's the town she grew up in, and one she's very attached to despite all of its problems. It's a tragic tale, and one I wanted to give the proper respect to. Mariana is not the best waifu in Black Souls, and frankly, I would be even uncomfortable making her into a waifu. A lot of people exclude lollies from their waifu list, putting them on like need to protect or need to head pet tier, and I always think this is cringe. But if there's one character I would like to genuinely put in the must protect tier, it's Mariana. If there was any option in the game to save her, I would choose it in a heartbeat. And I'm sorry for breaking the whole light-hearted and sort of funny mood of the video, but I just, this got to me, man. I'm sorry. I just can't talk about her with any other type of tone. So yeah, I hope this more sappy ending did not ruin the video for you, and I legitimately hope that you enjoyed this mostly silly little thing I wanted to make for a long time now. If you did, do all the normal YouTube stuff as always. Like, share, subscribe, etc. Comment, obviously. Please also make your own waifu lists. I'd love to see your own rankings or your own best girls at least, frankly. And I do hope to see you all in the next video. For now though, I bid you guys farewell. Obscure Anime out!